Hi guys, Gabby here, owner and clinical director of Recovered and Restored Eating Disorder Therapy Center. I just wanted to jump on really quick and say hi, happy weekend. Don't know when this will post, but here it is Friday, so I'm feeling good. I just want to jump on really quick and teach a fast skill that I hope will help you this weekend and in recovery. So this is a DBT skill, and it is in the mindfulness module. In DBT, there are 4 modules: mindfulness, emotional regulation, distress tolerance, and interpersonal effectiveness. All of these modules have several skills that are so helpful in not only everyday life, but in recovery. Also, please note that as you practice maybe some of these skills, it will make it easier to access them when you're struggling. If we just learn coping skills to use when we're having hard times, it is harder, not impossible, but harder to access them. So please make sure you are practicing these skills if you are indeed watching and learning. So this skill is called the One-Mindfully skill. Quite honestly, we all need this skill. And very simply put, it is doing just one thing at a time. So this can apply in recovery, and this can totally apply in life. And the really cool thing about this skill is that it promotes self-awareness. And part of recovery, we tap back into our bodies because we need self-awareness. We need to get back in touch with ourselves. So also in DBT, very simply put, and I loved this so much when I learned this, they refer to mindfulness as awareness. How simple, how easy. Let's just work on being more aware. And as we recover, let's just tap back in to ourselves. So anyway, we're going to talk about One-Mindfully. So One-Mindfully, I'm going to give you an example of how it can apply in recovery. But first, I'll give you an example of how it could apply in everyday life. So for example, I am making this video right now. I'm looking down at my little icon. I have about 16 text messages that I need to answer. But instead of clicking on them and answering them while I'm making this video, I am just going to make this video. And shockingly, that feels hard. Why is that? And it's because we are all so busy and we all have so many things that we are trying to get done in a day. But when we do things in a way that is mindful, that is just one thing at a time, it slows down our nervous system. Because of the hustle and bustle of our society, a lot of times we are in fight, flight, or freeze, and we don't even know it. But by doing things one thing at a time, not only can we do them better and more thoroughly, we also can regulate our nervous system, which is really important and can help us to be mindful or aware. So that's my simple example. I'm just doing this video right now. I am not doing anything else, despite all the things that I know I could also be doing while doing this video, but you have my full attention. And I can even tell you that I feel calmer because I am focused on this. Now, does this mean I'll be calm all day? No, but does this mean that in this moment, I can feel my system regulating? Yes, and I will tell you that it does feel good. Okay, so how we can apply the One-Mindfully skill in recovery. Really, there are so many ways, but I will just give you an example of one way. So one way that we can apply it in recovery is when we're working towards a goal. So let's say that your goal is to weigh yourself less. First of all, let's be clear, we do not promote weight or checking your weight or anything like that in recovery. However, sometimes these are compulsions or habits that are part of your disorder that we have to break and work through. So let's say your current goal that we're working towards is to either weigh yourself less or not at all, but let's just say less for right now because we work from a harm reduction model. So if you're trying to weigh yourself less, what I would ask you if we are using this skill is what is something else you can do instead of weighing yourself? You might say, I don't know, I could go for a walk. Okay, great. Let's go for a walk instead of weighing ourselves. If you still weigh yourself, it's okay, but that's not the goal. By taking this walk, we're using a distraction skill, which distraction is okay. It's not always the answer, but we're putting space between the urge to get on the scale and the action of doing it. And the one mindfully skill would be walking. Now, when we go for the walk, we are not going to listen to a podcast. I know we're not going to listen to music. We're not going to call a friend, although none of these things are bad. These are all wonderful tools that if you feel like you need them when you're doing your walk, that's totally fine. But we're just going to walk. You can take in nature. You can think about things. You can make a list in your brain if you really need to. But I would say just walk. And while you're walking, you're going to tap into your 5 senses, because that also can help to re-regulate our nervous system. So when we're doing the one mindfully skill, it is literally that simple. We are just doing one thing at a time. In this example, we are just going for a walk. We're not going for a walk, and we're just going for a walk. Give this skill a try. Again, this is not going to fix everything. This is not the solution to all the problems. This is just a skill to have in your back pocket. Another way to use this that someone recently shared with me that might feel a little more doable for everyone, where if you're going to scroll social media. Don't scroll social media, watch TV, answer an email, talk to your partner. Just scroll social media. But if you don't have time to just do that, maybe we take a break from social media, at least in that moment. So basically, the one mindfully skill is very simply put, doing one thing at a time. This helps us tap back into our bodies. This helps us tap back into body awareness. This helps us regulate our nervous system, which is so important in recovery and important in life. If you guys want to talk more about this skill or anything at all, please reach out to me or my team at recoveredandrestoredtherapy.com. Please remember, this is not a supplement for therapy, although we would love to be a part of your therapy team. This is just meant to help you and encourage you, and I hope give you an additional skill as you walk through recovery and as you walk through life. If you guys want to talk more about this or anything at all, reach out to me, Gabrielle LPC on Instagram, at Recovered and Restored on Instagram, or like I said, through our website, or comment below. I hope you're having a great day. I hope everyone has a lovely weekend. If you are watching this on the weekend, I realize this can be viewed anytime. So I hope you have a lovely day if it's not Friday where you are when you're watching. But yeah, give it a try. Report back on what you think. Bye, guys.